She was so cute. I couldn't hardly contain myself when she was walking around with the camera. She was just too cute. I couldn't help but laugh.
Oh, you're all mine. Now you have to have a bath. It's gonna rain for 5 days, honey. You won't be able to do any video.
I don't have anything to say.
Look at that pretty tree. There's so much going on the farm.
Yep.
Speechless.
Yeah. Let me show you something interesting. I planted kaya on top of here. It looks like it died because of the freeze. So I pulled this one out. Still green below the surface. Still has roots growing. So that kaya looks like it could probably come back.
It's interesting.
It is to me. That one's probably dead since I pulled it out, but I'm gonna leave that one.
Did your lemon tree survive the freeze?
Oh.
Let's go see.
I think it did. It suffered, but
How can you tell?
well, if it's dead, it'll break. If it still has green in it, it's most likely still alive and still gonna survive. I mean, there's still plenty of life left in here, so even if I cut it off and let it grow out, which I probably will anyway, it'll be okay.
What you got in the truck? Is it funny?
You're funny. Got myself here big bags of leaves. Picked them up on the side of the road.
Because we need leaves? Why do I want leaves?
I need leaves in my garden and in the animal. in the animal. You're so funny. A lot of people don't tie their don't tie their loads down so you can pick them up on the highway. There's bags of leaves all along the highway.
You got a lot of leaves.
Yeah, I did.
Are you going to compost them?
Some. I can't do this. You're funny.
This is not funny.
Some will be composted. Some will be used as mulch. Some will be used as animal bedding. You can't ever really have enough mulch.
Will that make soil?
It will make soil. Because soil is just decomposed organic matter anyway. It builds up on the forest floor, and the forest is really good at making rich soil because it's layers and layers and layers of organic matter over time. They get decomposed, composted from the bottom up. So, since I don't have time to do anything with these tonight, I'll just line them up and use them later.
How many bags of leaves do you think Dad has? Guess.
5.
5? Maybe.
We're not chick food.
We can get chick food tomorrow.
And here's the tip. If you bag your leaves so that somebody else can use them for mulch, use heavy-duty bags that do not have a string, because these can be untied and reused, whereas this is mostly just trash because it's so lightweight it breaks when you open it. Anyway, today, that was yesterday by the way, today I got to get some of these leaves out of the way. They're just lined up along the garden, so I'm going to put some in the duck coop. If I break this blue, oh, that was easy. If I take this plastic out, just break it off, then I can open the bag and maybe get one more use out of the bag. I'll probably add more to that in a few days when those start to break down. I'm not sure what they're digging for, but they do love a fresh bed of carbon. Some will go in with the big ducks. Of course some's gonna go in the garden. This bed needs cleaned out, soil added, and then mulched. I'm using the soil that came out of the fabric pots where I had my potatoes. I found a few potatoes that were left in there from the harvest. Maybe I'll have potatoes growing in this bed in the spring. Those leaves are nice and warm, which means they were already starting to compost in the bag. Well, that's enough for tonight. The sun's going down. I got a few beds covered. I think we'll be in good shape. I got several months before we actually start gardening, before we start planting in the garden, make sure we're over that frost period. And by that time, those leaves will be nice and settled in and starting to compost, providing a compost layer and a mulch layer for my new plants. Well, Maggie's got the right idea. It's dinner time. I'm gonna go inside and get some food and enjoy an evening with the family. Hey, before I leave, I wanted to tell you thank you so much for all the very positive comments on that last video. It was 3.5 minutes long. It was animals and music, and it wasn't the video that I was intending to make that evening, but everything else just wasn't working out for me. Thank you for supporting that, and I'm so happy that I made a few of you smile. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon. I'm using the soil that came out of the potato bag. I'm using the soil that came out of the fabric pots where I just took the potato.